Hey guys, Jaws Shark Reviews here, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Transformers Rise of the Beast Battle Changers Rhinox. So, here he is in his Rhino mode, and yeah, so this is the first official Rise of the Beast Rhinox figure. I mean, well, others have been revealed, but this is like the first main one, because I don't think there's any, no, there's no other Rhinox figures out yet. Not even the Stu Series one, although that is going to be coming out soon since they did tease that. But yeah, so but nonetheless, this is our first official Rise of the Beast Rhinox figure. And yeah, here he is in his Rhino mode. And yeah, this is the third and last figure of the first wave of these Battle Changers, because there are going to be more. In the next wave, there's going to be Mirage, and I think Scourge as well. And of course, since I've been mostly enjoying these guys, not entirely, but mostly, of course, I'll pick those up. I've seen some reviews, though, on Mirage, and he does actually look pretty good, especially his transformation. So, so that one I'll definitely get. Scourge, maybe as well. Because I do like the size class and stuff, and I love, kind of the simplicity, but also kind of creativity that they put into these little Battle Changers and whatnot. But anyways, let's start off here, or actually, before we take a look at the figure, as always, we shall take a look at his packaging right here. It's a little flimsy because, of how it's made. Here, let's raise this up, and there we go. So, here we got the packaging, and of course, so yeah, here it is, and of course, you got Maximum Rhinox. So let's focus a bit better here. There we go. Yeah, I got Maximum Rhinox. Well, it only says Rhinox, but it's got this logo there. Beast Alliance. Road mode, alt mode. And of course, got the little CGI render here of his Rhino mode. He just looks pretty chill. He's just like, yeah, that's pretty much the implication I get from that facial expression. There's got Transformers Rise of the Beast, Transformers. He is a Battle Changer. On the bottom, not much. And nothing here. And on the back, he has 6 steps, and then you get little CGI renders of this figure right here, and you got all that down there, and that's pretty much it for the packaging on this guy. So yeah, now let's get back into the main man himself. So yeah, but now here we got Rhinox, and let's take a quick close-up look at him, those details and paint. And yeah, so here's the head sculpt. Really nice. Does actually look pretty accurate to what we're getting in the movie. And the other side, do kind of like this, like the way they molded his main horn here, because it's paint all silver, but the reason it looks all bumpy and stuff is this is kind of the way they mold. And I thought that I think that's pretty cool. It's not just a straight normal one. They kind of roughed up a little, so that's cool. And yeah, you got a little silver here. And the bottom, visible head syndrome. He does have that. And yeah, no real tail back here. Just kind of stuck like that. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the round mode. And yeah, so pretty neat. It does look the part and whatnot. So yeah. Now anyways, for the articulation in this mode, I guess you get a little head movement, but that's just kind of like this whole section right here. Yeah, of course you get arm movement right here and right here. And of course you can bring up the feet, but that's mainly because of transformation. Like these arms only move because, they're supposed to move for the robot mode and whatnot. Or maybe this is okay, really it's just his shoulders are the only movement that he gets for the ROM mode. But then everything else is just transformation and stuff. It's just kind of there. So yeah, not a whole lot, but I don't really care. I mean, the Kingdom Rhinox didn't have that much more articulation than this guy. So, yeah. And not that I'm complaining about that. I mean, he's literally a rhino. How are you going to do that? But, yeah, so that's pretty much it for that. So, anyways, now for the size comparisons. Here he is with Battle Changer Optimus Prime. And here he is with Battle Changer Bumblebee. So, yeah, so there you guys have the comparisons, and now let's get right down into the transformation. So, starting off here, you just want to lift up the feet, and then after that, you just want to split them apart here. Let's focus And then next you just want to bring down the lower halves of the legs. Well, they'll become the lower halves of the legs. And then next you just want to bring down his hind rhino feet. And then next, bring up the legs here. And then next, what you want to do is there's like his little crotch section. You just want to bring this back here, and then this will. There you go. If you force in, then that'll connect in there. And now we got that done. So the rest of it obviously should be a piece of cake, because I mean, you know, not much left here to do. So, so next, what you want to do is you want to flip out his little hand right here, and then flip out his saw Gatling gun weapon, and then bring down the arms. And then finally, what you want to do is you want to lower down the rhino head. And then there's like these little like notches here that'll go into those slots, right? These like slots right here in the back. You can see them right there. You just want to bring it down, and then you want them to tab into those particular slots. And it's a little fiddly to get this part done. That's like the only issue. And oh, there we go. So yeah, now once you got that all done, there you guys have Rhinox in his robot mode. And yeah, I gotta say, it looks pretty neat. Looks pretty creative and fun and whatnot. But there are some issues I have with this guy, but we'll get into that in a bit. I mean, it's kind of expected for what this is. I mean, it's not really like a deal breaker here, because you know this is for the kids and stuff. It's not, you know, for older collectors like me and stuff like that. But you know, it's still pretty neat for what it is. So yeah. No. Anyways, let's take a look at the head sculpt. And yeah, it looks pretty Rhinoxy. You know, of all like the head sculpts that they have for this movie, it seems like Rhinox is the closest one to Beast Wars, like the original cartoon. Just the only difference is that it's all gray and with some gold. I mean, you did have gold in the cartoon, and also, actually, no, he does retain his red eyes. I mean, we don't know if this is fully movie accurate yet, because we haven't gotten a good look at his robot mode. But yeah, and you got some very nice gold down here too. You can see is like a little faux jaw. That's the first, a faux jaw. Faux jaw sounds a little weird. But yeah, no paint for the arms besides the little Gatling gun weapon here. We'll get into that in a bit. And not really paint for the legs, except for a little silver down here. So hey, I guess we get a little something. Oh, and right here. And yeah, so that's pretty much it for that. Oh, and then of course we got this back here. So you know, it's your basic Rhinox figure, pretty much. So yeah, but still pretty cool. So yeah. Anyways, now for the articulation on this guy, his head does not move, unfortunately, just like Bumblebee and Prime. His shoulders do move a full 180 degrees. They do move out only that far. He does not have a bend at the elbow, similar to B in Prime. His legs do kick up this far, back that far, and then they do move outwards that far. Oh, and also for the hand movement, this hand is on the ball joint, so you can get a little swivel here, and then it can go in and out. And then, well, this technically is an articulation since it's his weapon. But anyways, let's go back to this right here. He does have bend at the knee, and that's it. Yeah, he's pretty limited, but you know, after owning B in Prime, I can kind of expect it here. So yeah, there you have that. So anyways, now for his accessory right here, or accessory, because you know it's part of him. He does come with his Gatling gun. Now, unlike being Prime, this guy, you kind of have to have it flipped out, like, regardless. I mean, you can flip it in and then keep it like that, but see, you know, that keeps his arm, like, staying to the side right here. It looks like he's trying to, like, hold, you know, like some of those basketball players where they put, like, the basketball here, like that. It kind of reminds me of that, where they put it, like, under their armpit and stuff. Kind of looks like, reminds me of one of those things. But yeah, so really you're supposed to keep it out, but yeah. So anyways, but talk about the accessory itself. It is his Gatling gun. It's the same thing they had in Beast Wars. This time it's all green in here. It's like it's like a mixture of a Gatling gun and a saw, which I always thought was pretty cool. So it's So it's awesome to see they're bringing it back for this movie. Hopefully they haven't. I think he does have it. Let's just hope they keep it though. um, but yeah, so here it is, painting like a metallic green sorta, and yeah, pretty nice. And then yeah, it does spin around. So hey, you get that little fun thing here. But it probably is the weakest of these little like hand integration things because I mean it doesn't really integrate with anything. You just have to flip down and then that's it because he doesn't have like he only has a normal hand on his left hand, not on his right hand. So he's so yeah, it's probably the weakest because it was clever. Well, it was really clever what they did with Bumblebee, and it was also a little bit clever what they did in Prime because you could see they still had their normal hands, but they could flip out and then have their accessory in quotation marks again. But but with this guy, it's you have it or he has no hands. So yeah, and he looks pretty weird, when it's flipped up. So yeah, kind of unfortunate, but oh well. But yeah, so anyways, now for the robot mode size comparisons. Here he is with Optimus Prime. Let's see those two there together. And here he is with Bumblebee. So there you guys have his robot mode size comparisons. And there you guys have my review for the Transformers Rise of the Beast Battle Changers Rhinox. And I gotta say it's an alright figure. Unfortunately for me, I think this might be the weakest of the three so far, only because, well, first of all, you can tell the pose I have him in isn't really that much different than what I've had when I showed him off, because he's just standing up, and, I mean, you can see what he's doing right now, but, yeah, you can't really get him in a lot of poses. Like, if you try to, like, give him an angle, he kind of leans forward a bit, and, and he's a little top-heavy and stuff, too, and whatnot. So yeah, unfortunately, yeah, this guy might be my least favorite, and again, before I mentioned how kind of lazy, they were with not giving him another hand and stuff. Not an awful figure by any means, but, because it still is fun, but it's, this figure is probably got to be the weakest, though, because, yeah, he has about the same articulation as, being Prime. I mean, he does have one thing over them. He does have, knee movement, but, I mean, that's due to his transformation, but still, it's supposed that he can get him in. But he's a fine figure. If you want to collect all these little battle changers and stuff, then, I guess I recommend this guy. To the average collector, if you want another Rhinox, then alright. But, if you're thinking about passing on this guy, then go ahead, just pass on him, because, he's, yeah. I do really like the gold paint on him, though. It does look pretty nice, especially, like, he may not have, like, his green and stuff, and a bit less brown than he did in the Beast Wars cartoon. I think it still works, and it still, like, feels very Rhinox-like. But, yeah, overall, it's an okay figure. It's okay. But, B and Prime are a bit better. I mean, those figures are not great either, but, they're a little more enjoyable than this guy, I'd say. But I do like his alt mode, though. That's probably the better of the two modes. The row modes is just alright. So, yeah. So that's my thoughts on this guy. And, yeah, so anyways, guys, make sure you guys like, subscribe, comment, share for more, and comment down below what you guys think of this figure. So, anyways, guys, as always, to LOL, R1.